So I'm sure you've all have seen Netflix in the news one way or another in the last few years. And that's just because they benefit off of controversy, right? That's the type of company they are. Normally, Netflix does not give a shit of whether or not people are upset about their content because they're still making just as much money, if not more, and the ratings are going up. I remember last month, people were upset at Netflix canceling a few lesbian shows. This sort of outrage had people from the LGBT, QRSTV, I can't keep up, man, that community claiming homophobia and all this other nonsense, when in reality, the shows were probably just canceled because the ratings were low. And that's sort of why when I first heard about this, I didn't really look into it and I kind of looked the other way because Netflix is always in the news, right? But no, man, this is serious. Recently, they dropped a show called Cuties, and that's what we need to talk about, man. This show is just downright unacceptable. Honestly, I'm disgusted by the fact that this show was even produced. What parent in their right mind is letting their 11-year-old daughter willingly partake in a film like this, when damn well they're being exploited, and they really probably weren't even getting paid that well. If I'm not mistaken, the actresses were all 11-year-old girls, I believe. Now, can we just give that a minute to sink in? If you have daughters, sisters, cousins, even friends, man, who are under the age of 12, I'm sure you can see how this is so very wrong. And the show was advertised as if it had the goal to help young women and young ladies understand their feminine side, growing up, and generally what happens during puberty, right? And it's the exact opposite. That's the disgusting part. The target audience is young people, but now you have grown-ass adults defending the show and saying that it's purely for entertainment. Coming from someone who has a sister around that age, I couldn't even find the strength in me to watch a minute or two of the show, right? However, I did do some research on YouTube and found exactly why everyone was so upset. Now, I'm not going to put anything up on the screen because honestly, it's disgusting, wrong, and it's just on the brink of child pornography. But with that being said, I'll link a few videos in the description from YouTube if anyone wants to see exactly what I'm talking about. I will warn you though, it's extremely disturbing. To be honest, man, if I were you guys, I wouldn't even look this stuff up because this is the type of shit that'll get you raided by the FBI. You might actually get put on a list or something for looking at this shit, man. This is some real life How to Catch a Predator type shit, man. Like, you might actually get put on a TV show. I can't even think as to a reason of why people would want to watch this movie, let alone find it enjoyable. If you watch this movie for the sole purpose of entertainment, especially if you're an adult and over the age of 18, you're just a straight up weirdo, man. There's no excuses for that shit. You're a weirdo and you can click off this vid. I don't even know how anyone at Netflix gave this the okay for production. Not only that, what parents lets their young girl willingly partake in a film that exploits them sexually? The audience for this movie is just 30-year-old dudes that are vouching that pedophilia is entertainment as long as there's not nudity. Listen, bro, there's no excuses. If you enjoy this, you're a weirdo and you need to seek help. Now, I know I say that and there's a very small percentage of people defending the show, but it makes me happy to say that the majority of people have just come together and it's been universally agreed that this is wrong on so many levels. I know the cancel culture and the internet culture generally gets a lot of shit, but it's actually nice to see as many people unified as there are right now. I'm not a big fan of the cancel culture, but if there's anything that deserves to be canceled, man, it's definitely this one. Just as of yesterday, one of the state representatives from Texas spoke out against this and asked the Attorney General to start an investigation on this show for violating exploitation and child pornography laws. Now, Ted Cruz did something very similar. I'm sure most of you guys know who Ted Cruz is, huge politician. He asked the Department of Justice to start an investigation as well and look into this. I think I've talked about this enough for y'all to get the point. Normally, I would go more in depth, but if I'm being blunt, I just feel disgusted even talking about this, man. If y'all want more information, be sure to check the description, and I'm sure you can do a quick search and find all this shit that I didn't want to talk about. So anyway, man, if you liked the video, leave a like. If you liked it even more, subscribe. It's been your boy Spliffy. I'm gonna go take a shower now. Peace.